great competitor research is really paying off for this adorable Etsy store that is quickly scaling the bestseller charts. Let's take a look.
I'm Jess at Insights by Jess. I dig deep into what makes Etsy stores successful and where they can improve so that you get the full 411 on what's really selling and why. Let's jump in.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to another video. Okay, so today's store is so stinking cute. I think my serotonin actually went up just by looking at this store and doing this review. I mean, just look at this story, all the colors, the design styles. It's like cuteness overload up in here. And when looking at their store, I also had to do a bit of a double take and wonder if perhaps this store owner has been watching my videos because I see them putting a lot of the tips and techniques that I suggest into practice with some of their newer products. And it's working for them. They are doing awesome, especially with their product creation in general. And I'm going to give you some great examples. But let's look at their Etsy store stats before we get into all of that. So this store is called Citra Graphics, and they have 251,000 sales. They are killing it. They are pulling in over just about, I'd say maybe 1,000 sales a day, which is great. Great, great, great. Their average price for their products is about $1.50. And you're going to see a lot of their products are $1.46. These are digital, so there's no shipping. But they do have a few that we're going to take a peek at one of these actually that are higher. So I am being pretty conservative with that $1.50 price point. Their first feedback, I'm going to go to their very oldest feedback here. Their first feedback comes on November 27th at 2020. So this is the end of 2020. So we're talking about a little over a 2.25 year old store here. So fantastic growth so far. And with all of their sales at a $1.50 price point, since the end of 2020, that puts their approximate annual sales at $167,000 a year, which is fantastic. They have hit well past that six-figure sales mark, and it's been a little over 2 years. So awesome, awesome, awesome. They are really hitting it out of the park, and we are going to actually dig into this and take a look at why that is. So looking at their storefront here, we can see that they are selling mostly graphic designs, and they do have a lot of bundles. They have 438 listings in their store, and 101 of those are bundles. And they are also only about $1.50 for the bundles, so that's a pretty low price. But they've also added some new stuff that is really just killing it for them already. So we are actually going to look at one of those right now. So for example, this is a brand new listing here. And I did a review a couple of months ago that included, it was kind of a compilation review that included a very similar product to this that was also a bestseller. And I will put the card to that video up at the top here. But this particular image, this particular listing is a bestseller. They already have that bestseller tag. We're going to look at how old this listing is here so you can see how shocking it is that they have that bestseller tag. Okay, so April 3rd, 2023. Today is April 20th when I am recording this. By the time I have it edited and posted, it's going to be a little later, but from the 3rd to the 20th, that is 17 days. They have managed to nail bestseller status in just about 2 weeks' time on this listing. It is in 20 people's carts at least, and it's just killing it. It's absolutely, absolutely killing it. So I always suggest that when you decide to enter a niche that has a best-selling product idea, You really want to make it unique and help it stand out from the competition and what's already out there. This seller has really nailed that concept. They have done such a great job with this product. It is, in my opinion, even better than the one that I saw before. And I really liked the one I saw before. I loved the one from the original store review. So this is really, really cool that they actually found a way to improve upon something that was already pretty awesome to begin with. If we look at their images, we can see not only do they have great images, they have a great video here, very cute. And it shows really like how you can click on these different things to go to the various pages, which is super smart. And then they have their images that are really well done, really well put together. They highlight all the different features. The features are written large enough to see them. So if I was on a mobile phone and I was looking at this product, I could still read what this says, even on a smaller screen. Still very, very clear and easy to read, right? So very, very well done with the images. And I'm on my new computer here, so I'm trying to do this. I feel like I'm moving in slow motion because I'm not sure where all the keys are quite yet. This is a really great image that shows a lot of the different pages just kind of laid out so you can get a sense of how much this actually comes with. This is the same thing but with more pages, so they've really, really done a great job of capturing how comprehensive this is. And this is without the little tablet, so you can see it kind of on a flat lay. And then again, more of the pages. I love that they say here, fully hyperlinked planner for easy access. So they are really trying to focus on how easy this is to use. And then they have kind of a salesy photo here that tells you you can challenge yourself for 30 days to grow, you can reward yourself, and there's even a simple 52-week savings challenge to save money. So they are really trying to target the whole like glow up concept, which is really, really cool. Really, really cute, adorable. It's beautiful. I love this. This is super cool. So they are selling this for $4.72. And they actually just adjusted that price because as you can see here, it's $5.71. But when you actually go to the page, it says $4.72. I think they might have just recently put it on a bigger sale, like they have a newer sale that's a little bit more steeply discounted, or they adjusted their prices in some way, but it hasn't quite updated on their homepage. So very interesting. Their SEO on this listing is on point as well. But this was not the listing I want to look at for SEO because I have more cool stuff to show you from this store. So the next listing I wanted to point out here was this other great bestseller here. So this is one of their bundles. So they have 101 bundles. This is one of them. It's $1.21. This is also in 20 plus people's carts, and it is also super, super popular. And if you notice, there are all kinds of graphics like this on Etsy. This is not a super unique clip art, right? It's one of the fairly popular graphics that you can see from multiple sellers. Now, what this seller did to make theirs unique is add some pops of color, add some colors, add some style in here. They have different kinds of glasses in here, which is cute. They have some pink in here, and they have these different features that you can add separately as well down at the bottom. And then there's different hairstyles. So it really does let you kind of create the messy bun mom life look of your choice. So that was really, really smart, and they did a really good job of putting that together. And by the way, I wanted to take a quick second and mention a really cool site, a really cool tool that has tons of fonts and graphics and AI art tools that are all commercially friendly and can really, really speed up your creation process and get more listings out quickly. So it's actually called Creative Fabrica. And I do have an affiliate link down in the text below. But it is super, super cool. You can get a free trial and check it out for a few days. See if you can actually use this. See if this would help improve your selling experience and up level your store. They have tons of designs. They have tons of different fonts, and everything that they have is all commercially friendly. So you have a commercial license to use all of these fonts, all of these elements in your product. You don't have to ever worry about whether or not you're able to use these features to sell with. So I love that. I think it's really great. And they also have what really caught my attention about this particular site is that they have some cute little AI graphic making tools, which are actually easy to use. So I did feel like when I was trying some of the other new AI art tools out there, some of them get a little overwhelming and they don't really do what I want them to do. This I found was a lot easier to use and I just enjoyed the experience. It was a little bit more fun for me. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I did want to point out this website, Creative Fabrica, because I've not talked about it in any of my other videos so far. And it's pretty cool. So if you're looking for ways to streamline your designing, it's worth a gander. And the link is below. So the listing that I really wanted to check out for SEO purposes is another bestseller, also in 20 plus carts. It is this Nope, Not Today clip art. So super cute. It gave me a good chuckle. It is already a bestseller. It's another very, very new item. It's not as new as the planner, but we're going to take a quick peek here. It is only from the end of January, so not even that would be 3 months, almost 4 months. So in about 4 months, they have managed to rank as a bestseller on this listing and start compiling a decent number of sales on this listing as well. And this is also a pretty trendy design, right? So they still had to compete against all the other sellers that had this design or very similar designs to this before them. So this is the listing I wanted to take a look at in terms of SEO because first of all, it's just absolutely freaking adorable and it's funny, but also they really paid attention to their listings SEO so that they could really stand out from the crowd and get ahead as quickly as possible. So if you have not already snagged my SEO cheat sheet, I do have that. Go get that in my resources section. There's a link to all my resources down below. And also get my font pairing guide because that's going to help you create these fun designs like this and cut down on wondering which fonts look best together. A lot of the fonts, actually pretty much all of the fonts that I have in my pairing guide are available in Canva, and most of them, if not all of them, are also available on Creative Fabrica as well. So they are handy and easy to pair together right off the bat. So snag those 2 freebies. They are super helpful if you are looking at speeding up your designing process. And then come back to this video and let's take a peek at their listing SEO. So obviously their main image is great and I love their video. Thank you, Place It, for this great video, by the way. There's also a link to Place It in the description below. I feel like I'm telling you, I have a link, I have a link, I have a link. Lots of good stuff in the video description, so make sure you take some time. In every video, I try to put helpful stuff in the description, so take the time and check out what's in there. There's lots of great stuff to help you out. What surprised me the most about this listing is that they have 1 photo and 1 video, and that is it. And they have been able to capture all these sales and rank as a bestseller with just those 2 things. So that surprised me a lot, actually. And I'm not sure if they really just wanted to focus on getting as many designs up as possible for the first quarter of the year or what they did, but they really should try, if they can, to take some time and go back and add more images, at least a few informational photos, a thank you image, customer service type image, something to help fill this out here would be definitely beneficial. But they did a great, great job on their product title. They added a lot of emphasis to the word SVG. That is their number one keyword here, even though this does come in a few different formats. They are really, really focused on SVG. They don't have PNG in here or EPS or any of that other stuff. And then they added a good amount of variety on what type of product this is, who it's for, etc. So they say, nope, not today, because that's literally what the design says. And then sassy SVG, sarcastic, funny shirt, not adulting today, funny mom, mom life. And then you can use it for cricket or silhouette. So very, very smart way to capture who it's for, what it's about, and what you can use it with, all in their title, which was fantastic. Their description on this product is short and sweet. They did copy paste their title right into the top here, and then they have what could be a relatively decent appeal statement here that says these file sets can be used for a wide variety of items: t-shirt design, coffee mug design, custom tumblers, custom hats, printables, and more. So if this was my listing, I would say something like this Nope Not Today file set, and then just keep it just like that. So that would capture your keywords. And then you could even add a sentence after this that says use it as an SVG for your cricket, for your silhouette, etc. And then you wouldn't even need this top one here. But since these are all the words that they are really targeting, instead of trying to fit them into a sentence, they have really just pasted it directly below. And we're going to see why that's important to them when we look at their tags. And then the rest of their description is very, very short, very to the point. It tells you this is a digital item for instant download and how to receive your files. But looking at their tags, they have some interesting choices of tags, and they did actually update their tags since I did their outline. And I'm going to be checking back in a couple of weeks to see, maybe when this video posts, to see if it is still a bestseller, because they originally had fantastic tags. All of their tags capitalized on the words from their title. So they have Nope Not Today SVG. They also had a tag that was Sassy SVG, which actually might be below. Let's take a peek. Oh, there it is, Sassy SVG. We can see Mom Life SVG, Funny Mom SVG. They have Nope Not Today shirt, Tired as a Mom SVG, Mom Boss SVG, and they're really just focusing on that SVG and that it's for a mom. They have Not Adulting Today in here as well, Sarcastic SVG. Going back up to these tags, they have Nope Not Today PNG. This is new. They didn't have this tag when I did their outline, so that might be really good for them. They might be branching out into more than just the SVG tags. And then they have some broad things here like Funny Shirt, just SVG, SVG for shirts, T-shirt SVG, and just shirt SVG. So these are pretty broad. And even though they are short and broad, this one, like T-shirt SVG, is still a good tag to use because you're going to probably put this on a shirt. Funny shirt is probably not a great choice because people typing in funny shirt are probably typing in funny shirts that they're looking to buy, not shirts that they're looking to make. And then shirt SVG is somewhat specific. It's an SVG for a shirt. So if this was up to me, I would probably make this a little bit longer. I would swap that out for maybe funny shirt SVG, which they might actually have below. Let's take a peek. They have funny mom SVG, so that's actually also good. So they really don't need this funny SVG, but maybe they just had the space and they couldn't think of anything else to put instead. They also have women's t-shirts trending. So this is an interesting choice. And when we click on it, we can see a lot of different options. And the point of this is to show you what designs are trending. But as you can see, a lot of these are just custom shirts for you to make how you want, or they're mock-ups. They are not actual shirt designs. So it's not a very specific search term. And that is also one of their newer tags. So that may turn out to have been a bad choice to switch that out. But the cool thing is that when you're not sure, when you're debating between different keywords to use in your tag section or in your title, you could actually just test things out for a couple of weeks. And if they work well for you, you can keep it that way. If something's not working well for you, you can switch it out. So it's interesting to me because I was going to come in here and really brag about how great their SEO research was and how great they did planning these products out, but it looks like that they are updating things, and time is going to tell whether that update is going to pay off for them. So we're kind of going to get to see this in real time. When this video publishes, come back to this listing. Google this listing or search it in Etsy, I guess. Don't Google it. Search it in Etsy and see if it is actually still a bestseller and how well their sales are going. So, totally curious to see what happens with this. Okay, and I did want to mention as well, I recently just posted a video that was talking about the perks of purchasing designs like these ones for your print on demand products and how they really do speed up your productivity and a lot of the pros and cons to doing that. So I'm going to put that card up at the top for you. But if we jump back to their main page, we can see that they are doing a good job of highlighting that you can use most of these designs commercially. It says, if my Pinterest save button gets out of the way here, it says commercial use cutting files. Down here it says commercial use cutting files. Let me scroll down here. You can see a lot of these little commercial use messages here. And then, of course, they also have, if we go up to their, I guess I have to change it to custom to see their featured, they do offer a commercial license for the use of all of their designs that do not have that commercial use message. So they are trying to really capitalize on using these for POD products, which is pretty fantastic. It's a smart tactic that probably also helps boost their sales and push them ahead of the competition. In fact, it reminds me of this OG clip art store that pulls in well over $200,000 a year with their commercially friendly designs. You can watch that video here.